Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Two Sexy Brown Men podcast, aka the Punchline podcast, where we discuss MMA and all things MMA and also our own personal lives. To my left, I have Farhan, the bastard solo.
Assalamu alaikum.
The producer is young Lucas, who's about to transition. Lucas, how are you?
I'm good.
Very
I'm
good.
excited.
Congratulations, Lucas.
Thank you.
On
I'm going
just
to get my boobs next week.
Lucas is
Nice.
a trooper because he doesn't normally work on Thursdays, but he loves us so much.
Came in just for you guys.
Yeah.
Will you let us squeeze the boobs?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
I want to squeeze his boobs. I'll squeeze your boobs now.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
little pecs.
Yeah. I bet you know you would like make a nice French painting because you have like a nice delicate petite soft body.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like I could see you in like the Louvre.
The Venus.
Yeah, like
And
just
the
like
clam. The lady in the clam.
like that, just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
that's
subtly holding yourself.
Yeah.
You would look fucking awful as a painting naked.
I'd be like one of those Greek ones with a
You'd,
small willy.
if Bollywood wanted to make like a evil Winnie the Pooh,
Oh,
they would make you.
yeah.
Yeah. Farhan, let's sum up your week
Yeah.
before we get started. Farhan's had an interesting week.
Alhamdulillah, It's been a good week.
Kind of. So this is a week only Farhan could have, right? So Farhan started the week with having his first Channel 4 credit, things only a Muslims can say, released. Congratulations, Farhan. His parents are still not proud. In fact, he's been kicked out the house since. And then Farhan decided that he was going to do a bottom of the barrel comedy competition. That is literally designed for people who've been going for 5 minutes, called Rising Stars Comedy.
Yeah, don't bait them out. But yeah, I
who cares?
opened and I bombed. And
He
I
bombed,
bombed hard.
right?
It was hard.
He bombed 20 minutes after making his Channel 4 debut, which is very impressive.
Humbling.
That is humbling.
Yeah.
The day after, he did an ITV corporate, and tonight he's at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
What a week.
You know, I just
Downs.
Ups and downs.
try and keep it humble, man. I'd like to give those open micers a chance, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I like to let them believe, you know.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
You had no business even being anywhere near that competition.
Fuck it, man.
You went to dunk on the little kids.
They dunked on me.
You know what happened? They set you up, I reckon, because
Yeah.
the organizer of the competition was like, Farhan shouldn't be here. He's going first. They told the MC to keep him cold.
Yeah.
And then you went up there with your little dark Muslim jokes and they were like, bye.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who got through?
I don't even know.
You don't even know their names.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. But well done, Farhan Solo.
Mm.
We're very proud of you.
Thank you.
Keep doing well and keep bombing at the same time
I
in
will.
places you shouldn't bomb.
Yeah.
Keep it
And
real.
keep it real.
Keep
Be
it
real.
Yeah.
That's what we like to see. Mashallah. Come here. Squeeze the nipple. Come on.
No.
Oh, okay.
Be young.
Be young. Ring ring pon the answering.
Yeah.
Before we start the podcast, right? We really let Be Young, a Turkish Cypriot man, pretend to have a Jamaican accent for the first 2 years of his career, and no one said anything.
Yeah.
Ring ring pon the answering.
It's only because he's good looking and ambiguous race.
I'm from the same place as him.
He
Literally the
doesn't look
exact
like
same place.
It doesn't look like it.
Me and Be Young are equally as good looking, I'd say. Kind
Nah.
of. No?
No.
Me a little bit more good looking.
If you're from the same place, it means he was like a high up, like royal blood class,
Well-
and you're some like
Well, that's offensive.
you're like some poor.
That's rude.
Chaiwala class.
Lucas, do you know what Be Young looks like?
Nope.
I'm better looking than him.
I'll take your word for it.
Pardon?
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I'm way better looking than him. But we're not here to discuss the looks of Be Young and his questionable accents from time to time, although I do like Be Young's music, God bless him. But we are here to discuss Henry Cejudo versus,
The king of cringe.
yes, versus Aljamain Sterling,
Aljo.
Big Aljo, at UFC
88.
288. Done a lot of these now.
It's a good card, man. It's a
Very
good
good
card.
card.
No, it's not actually a good card, but you know, it's a good fight. It's a good fight.
That fight I'm intrigued by because it's one of those where we have to assess what does the old king have left in him after 3 years out.
Yeah, like we've seen it a few times when like a champ that's been dominant comes back after a long layoff. GSP, John Jones, and those two prove that they're just so good. It doesn't matter how long they take off. I wonder if Cejudo has the same kind of thing, but Aljamain's no punk, man. Aljamain's a tough guy, so
I think one thing I'd be concerned for with Aljamain Sterling is where is he better than Cejudo? Is he going to out wrestle Cejudo? Probably not.
Yeah.
Is he going to outstrike him with the fists? Probably not. One thing he does have is sheer size on him.
Size, activity, and just being young, just being in there, being in the game. Because you know those other guys like John Jones and GSP, they fought a guy who wasn't the dominant champ at the time. They fought, Bisping and Garn, and both of them were like good matchups for those guys. Whereas Aljamain for Cejudo, young guy, champion, looking good at the moment, and they're quite evenly matched in some way. So yeah, it's a different one.
Yeah, I think one thing that will work in Aljamain's favor is the unpredictability.
Yeah.
Because he'll just throw random kicks.
Yeah.
He'll throw a head kick and then shoot for a double.
Yeah.
And Henry Cejudo, his style of fighting, he likes certainty.
Yeah.
Right? He likes to have a clear game plan. But at the same time, he's also very, very adjustable. We've seen Henry Cejudo many times mid-fight in high-pressure situations change courses against Moraes.
Yeah.
Moraes, however you say his name.
Yeah. He looked like he was losing that fight, and then he just put it on him, man. He broke him. He
changed the game plan. He was like, I've got to stick it on him.
And
rolled his ankle in the second fight against Demetrius Johnson, so had to change his game plan there and still won.
That shouldn't have been he shouldn't have been able to get through that. Most guys would see what happened to Sean O'Malley. Most guys wouldn't make it through that. So
there are some people in this world who are just serial winners at things.
Yeah.
John Jones is one. Henry Cejudo probably arguably is even more of a serial winner.
I think Cejudo in that second fight versus DJ, he was like, no, this is not happening again, because he lost him the first time in a pretty embarrassing way, got a knee in the body, and then this time he was like, nah, I'm not losing this time.
I think also another thing that happened against Demetrius Johnson is, as dominant as Demetrius Johnson was, and we've seen this happen a few times, people then dedicate their lives to learning how to beat you.
Yeah.
I.e. Dominic Reyes versus John Jones.
Yeah.
Johnny Hendricks. Versus GSP.
Yeah.
And Henry Cejudo versus Demetrius Johnson. You saw that happen a few times.
Yeah, now they're best friends as well. DJ.
Yeah, and learning from each other.
Yeah, it's a good combo.
I feel like we're the Demetrius Johnson and Henry
I was gonna
Cejudo.
say that. I was about to say that, yeah.
Of the comedy circuit. Two dominant champions.
Yeah,
Would you say me and Farhan are dominant champions of the comedy circuit, Lucas?
You can dominate me anytime.
Oh, God. That was too early in the week for that. I'll catch me on a Saturday instead.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see who he's training with at the moment. Do you know who he's training with?
Who's Cejudo?
Yeah.
Well, his usual camp.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if he's added DJ into the mix.
Yeah, he's been training with DJ.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's like two of the best minds in that weight class, so it's pretty cool.
Although Henry Cejudo's look kind of bruised and battered throughout this camp.
Is it?
He had a big scar under his left eye.
Oh shit!
With stitches.
Oh damn!
So that means he couldn't have been sparring much.
Well, hopefully
you've got to wait for that to heal.
Yeah, hopefully the commission don't pick it up, and hopefully don't open up in the first minute.
Well, also when your face is looking battered and bruised from sparring, it kind of says to me, maybe you're getting hit a lot these days. What's happening?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
We don't know. Could be accident.
Could be a clash of heads.
Yeah, anything. Yeah.
But then it's also not ideal for your training because if you can't spar as much.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Henry Cejudo's already been out there giving every excuse, and because he has to.
Yeah.
Right? Saying, oh, it's not an issue, we've worked around it, blah, blah, blah. But he has to say all of those things.
Yeah.
But undoubtedly, having a big old scar under your eye that required stitches 6 weeks before your fight is going to have a massive blow on your training camp.
Yeah. Do you think the wrestling will cancel each other out?
I think Cejudo will probably be more wrestling orientated than Aljamain.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Cejudo's the smaller guy, so he can get to the hips easier than Aljo can because he has to. He doesn't have to go further down.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no two ways about it. Cejudo's the superior wrestler.
Yeah.
However, this isn't a wrestling match, and it's not necessarily out of the question that Aljamain Sterling wins wrestling exchanges purely because of his size.
Yeah.
And his ability to incorporate good jiu-jitsu into it.
Yeah.
Because he has very good jiu-jitsu, very good submissions. And and he's so long compared to those other bantamweights. He could just wrap his limbs around you, kind of like what he did to Sandhagen,
Yeah,
and make you look silly. The TJ fight, you can't really read too much into that because TJ would have lost to anyone in the top 15 that night.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like with one arm.
Yeah, TJ was. Yeah, it's pretty much done anyway. Like he had a good fight against Sandhagen, and then like,
that was the last straw for his body.
That was he gave it all that night. So the
arguably
odds,
still lost.
Yeah, it's true. The odds are so close. It's like almost dead even.
It's a hard fight to call because at one time Aljo's looked so damn good recently.
Yeah.
But then Cejudo was on a wrecking machine and stopping people.
Yeah.
He stopped Moraes. He stopped Dominic Cruz. He had an incredible matchup against DJ. That was an amazing run he was on.
Yeah.
Who else did he fight in that time? I think that was it. On that championship period, I think that was it.
Who was it?
TJ. He fought
TJ, and Moraes.
Yeah. What a run.
It's a good run, man.
What a run.
I feel like he should have probably stuck around a little bit after that, but he just decided to go because obviously he met his dime piece wife and then had kids.
Well, he had another dime piece wife at that time.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, he did, and then he got another one.
Yeah.
And they're all taller than him as well.
Yeah,
Impressive.
I mean, to be honest, it's not easy to find girls much shorter than him anyways, isn't it?
Nah.
He's like 5'4".
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of girls out there.
Yeah.
But what I say about Cejudo? Because Cejudo, like, he left. Do you think he left at the right time because 135 was just getting good as well when he left?
I think he probably just felt it within himself, and he's smart enough to know when to back out if his body's telling him to back out. And let's be honest, right? That guy really turned around. Like all the flyweights should send him a tenner.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
he saved that division
that shit, bro,
by going full WWE. And now
Yeah.
we all love the flyweight division.
Yeah, I
He gave
know.
it a new lease of life. And now
Yeah.
we've got an entertaining Mexican champion.
Figueiredo was a good, fighter at the time as well.
It gave it a breath because there wasn't really much, if any, talkers in the flyweight division. Those
No.
little guys, they just kept themselves to themselves.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Henry came out with pretended to like tame a snake?
Oh yeah.
So much fun.
And because do you think like he left both divisions at an interesting time because 125 he left, and then Figueiredo was coming up. And Figueiredo versus Cejudo would have been an interesting fight when Figueiredo
All
was
of those fights.
Yeah, and then Cejudo if Cejudo stayed around that time, he probably would have run into like Peter Yan or Sandhagen. I don't know, like any of those guys.
The problem with bantamweight is, right, all of those guys are so good.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be one champion who reigns for too long, for a while.
Yeah, it's true.
Because any one of them can be champion at any given time. Sean O'Malley conceivably can be a champion. Peter Yan conceivably can be Marab.
Yeah, Marab. Yeah.
Cejudo, Aljo. Even Cheeto could be a champion if you catch him on a good day.
Yeah.
That's 6 people. So what you're saying is anyone in those top 6, get the rankings out, and let's say how many of those people could be conceivably a champion one day.
Yeah.
At the moment, I've counted 6 people who could very reasonably beat everyone else.
Yeah, it's a good division, man. 135.
Probably the hardest division right now.
Do you think?
Yeah, in terms of high level guys who could beat each other.
What about 170 though?
We'll look at 170 as well.
Okay, so bantamweight, it's very stacked division. Obviously, Aljamain, Marab, Sean O'Malley, Sandhagen, Yan, Vera. Then we get like Rob Font, Cruz, Song Yadong.
Yeah. Okay, so the top 6.
Oh, but then we got Umar Nurmagomedov, number 11, who's on his way up.
Yeah.
So and then the rest I wouldn't.
Yeah, all of those guys can conceivably beat each other. Now look at welterweight. Let's see how far that goes down.
We got Leon, Usman, Covington, Chimaev, Belal, Burns, Rachmanov.
Okay, no, that's more stacked. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
I told you, man.
Oopsie. Yeah.
Then we got Wonderboy, Jeff Neal, Sean Brady, Luque.
Okay, no, they can't be champion.
They can't be champion, but
they're still great.
Yeah, they're still good.
Fighters.
Yeah.
Wonderboy had his time. Shocking. He's probably Wonderboy. We spoke about this before. Probably one of the best fighters to never be champion in the UFC. I think when we all first saw him, that before he was going to hold the belt at one point and revolutionize the sport. To a certain extent, he did.
Wait, so which division do you think has the most potential champions?
Welterweight. After hearing that,
yeah, welterweight, Usman, Leon,
all of those guys on their best day
Yeah.
can beat each other.
Muhammad, Burns. I'm wondering about lightweight. Let's look at lightweight. Makachev, Oliveira, Poirier.
No one near. as
Featherweight, Volkanovski, Rodriguez.
No,
Because Volkanovski cleared them
Dominant
all
champion.
out. Yeah. And then middleweight is no point. Light heavyweight, no point. Light heavyweight you could because they could all knock out each other.
I mean, middleweight. Let's look at the rankings and who Izzy's beaten. Right, just read it and just say beaten.
Okay, wait, hold on. Are you gonna say beaten or will I say?
I'll say beaten. So you read. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna read the rankings for the middleweight division and see who Adesanya's beaten. Go.
Pereira,
Beaten.
Whitaker,
Beaten.
Vettori,
Beaten.
Cannonier,
Beaten.
Costa,
Beaten.
Dricus Duplessis,
Gonna beat.
Sean Strickland,
Yeah, it would be easy.
Derek Brunson,
Beaten.
Dolice,
Doesn't matter.
Hermanson,
Boring.
Gastelum.
Beaten.
Yeah.
Although, bloody hell.
That was close. That
Made
was the
him-
closest one.
He beat Adesanya's face
Yeah,
to the point where Adesanya looked like a different person.
Yeah.
Adesanya looked like a female after that fight.
that's true. Some people still think he looks like a female.
After that fight, he looked a bit like a female cracker.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the interesting thing. I know we're going off on a tangent, but
Who cares?
I wanted to mention the people are getting like really riled up about this Dricus Duplessis thing, man.
Since when did Drickers have fans?
I don't know.
Who are you,
They're,
weirdos?
they're calling Izzy racist for calling him a cracker.
Boring. Stop it. You're racist. You're racist. If that's the thing you're getting carried away with, if that's the first time you have ever called out racism in the UFC, right? You are the racist.
Yeah, that's bro. Come
if
on,
that's
man.
the first time you've ever spoken about UFC fighters being racist, you're the racist.
Bro. I saw
Because
Izzy.
Paulo Costa a couple of months ago was just using the N-word left, right, and center. Where were you guys then?
And then McGregor with the whole Khabib shit as well.
There have been people who've made like murals of Adesanya mocking him for being black. Where were you then?
Yeah. I don't know.
You're the racist. This sport has some weird people.
This
innit?
Drickus thing came out of nowhere though. I never thought he would have such a like
He's got
following
the
behind
heat.
him.
Listen, Drickus,
Yeah.
I don't agree with his views, but fair play to him. He's got the heat he
Yeah,
needed to
he
make
did
an
well.
interesting
It's
fight.
a good fight, man.
He had to touch on politics to get it, but he did it.
I don't know how competitive the fight will be, but I really want to see it so Izzy can just beat the shit out of him. But, you know, it might. He's a tough guy to put away,
Yeah.
Drickus. Like every time he gets hurt, he just got this like zombie level.
Where
Like,
he looks broken, but
Yeah.
he's not. He just looks like he says that himself.
He's literally like South African zombie, man. He's fucking.
The
insane.
problem is he's going to turn him into a punching bag
Yeah.
because he's very direct. He's not as dynamic as Izzy.
Yeah.
So Izzy's going to be like, thank you very much. Keep coming forward.
Yeah. But Izzy might like not respect him.
I
Might,
think
might get hurt, maybe.
Izzy's too smart for that.
Yeah, I know, but it's just that guy just throws random shit out of nowhere and he lands.
I
It's
think
just-
it'll look very similar to the Cannonier fight.
And also, the guy does have good grappling, like decent grappling, like decent.
Yeah.
I know, like
That's what we've hung on to with Izzy for years.
yeah, I
though.
know.
And the only time Izzy has lost, it hasn't been necessarily because of grappling where he's lost.
no, it's because he got strike.
Like Jan, it was just an awkward fight for him.
oh yeah, it's the size as well.
Yeah. And it was a smaller octagon that
Yeah.
time. No excuses, just a reality.
Yeah,
The smaller octagon definitely suited Jan. And the Pereira is an absolute machine.
yeah.
Um,
Hold on, I just want to ask: do you think that Drickus is right for saying
Mm.
that he's gonna bring the belt back to Africa and he's gonna be the real African champion?
no.
Because Izzy did bring it back to New Zealand,
Yeah.
and Usman did bring it back to America.
First of all,
And then
Drickus,
Ngannou, I don't know where the fuck.
First of all, Drickus, right? If you think you're going to be the straw that forces UFC's hand to go to Africa, you are a moron because you are not a bigger star than Ngannou, Kamaru Usman, and Adesanya.
Yeah.
You're not even a bigger star than them in Africa.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Have we lost our minds here? What is wrong with MMA fans?
Can I be honest?
He lived in Nigeria
Yeah.
until he was 10 years old.
Yeah.
He firmly represents Nigerian culture. He always bigs it up. His parents are Nigerian. What do you want from the man?
Yeah.
You weirdos.
It's that thing, like, I was watching the video and they were getting triggered by Izzy was like, yeah, my next fight is going to be this or whatever, yeah. And then his brother's like, apartheid. And then they both started laughing. And then, like, fucking guys got triggered, like, oh, you just refers to him as apartheid. Like, yeah.
Listen, I've said this on this podcast before. it is so tone deaf for a white South African to call a black African person not a real African, given the history,
Yeah.
right? And I'm not saying you're not a real African.
He is,
You
yeah.
are.
He is a
right?
real
That's your
African, yeah.
heritage. No one tried to discredit your heritage. No one
Yeah.
said anything. Good for you. You're proud of your culture. Doesn't mean you have to discredit other people's. I know what you're doing. You got the fight, and it backs up what Chael Sonnen really says, right? The UFC, we don't care about morals. We definitely don't care about rankings. Just like anime and just like WWE, all everyone cares about is the story and the why.
Yeah.
And he's given us a why now.
Yeah.
Because without that, he's 6th in the UFC rankings, and his best win is Darren Till.
Yeah.
And no offense to Darren Till, we love Darren Till, but he's going through a bit of a hard patch in his career. And he didn't look really that amazing in that fight either, to be honest.
Derek Brunson almost fucking fucked him up as well. But that's the thing, like his recovery is just insane.
I hope he gets knocked out.
I hope so too.
Yeah. Drickus. And then when Izzy knocks you out, I'm going to knock you out as well.
I can imagine.
Sorry.
The way I imagine Izzy knocking him out, I can imagine like Drickus getting knocked out standing because he doesn't get put away. I can imagine him doing like the stanky leg. Yeah.
Like,
well,
you know, I can imagine the referee jumping in and Drickus going, I was fine. And just like stumbling side to side.
I can just see that happening.
You know when someone gets knocked out, but they're still standing and the referee jumps in, so they try and fight the referee.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why we went off on that tangent, but
the Drickus thing triggers me.
It did trigger me this morning. Yeah, I was like, fucking hell. But
it's just, come on, let's get a grip with reality. There's a lot of racism in MMA. A lot of it.
Should we get back to Cejudo and?
But there's a lot of racism in sport in general. Back to Cejudo.
Yeah, what's your pick?
I'm gonna go with Cejudo with the caveat where it's gonna be interesting to see what he has left. If we were to go by Cejudo is the same man that left 3 years ago, he wins.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and still I'm gonna go.
Just for contrast, or you firmly believe that?
I just I always back the guy who's the younger guy. I don't know why. I just think Aljamain's just in the zone right now, man. I think Cejudo is going to look good and everything, but I think Aljamain will probably get a decision. Because I don't think Aljamain is such a, I don't think the skill differential is that high.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to go Aljamain probably by decision. I think the kicks will be good. The wrestling will, I don't know if they'll cancel each other out, but I don't think Aljamain's going to get dominated wrestling-wise. So, yeah, I'm going to go and still. But, it's very close. For me, it's like 1% in it. Like, it could be Cejudo, it could be Aljamain. But yeah.
Another question is, how long can Aljo carry on making that weight, and what's that going to take out of him?
Oh, that's the thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so what would happen, if Aljamain won? Well, what's next for him? 145, right? So Marab can get the next title shot.
No. Oh, well. Okay, here's the interesting thing about that, right? Marab has proven he's a very good friend. Yeah. Let's see how good of a friend Aljo is. Because the good friend would be like, okay, you were loyal to me. I'm going to be loyal to you. I'm moving up and I'm vacating the belt so you can have your shine. I promise you Aljo won't do that.
Yeah, but I think if Aljo beats Cejudo, he's like a star now. In it for him now is just like big fights. The next big fight is Volkanovski.
Sean O'Malley.
Eh,
Stick around for the O'Malley fight.
maybe, yeah.
I think that does more pay-per-views than him against Volkanovski.
Yeah, true. But I was talking more like legacy. Like
he doesn't beat Volkanovski.
Okay, but then who does Sean beat to get the next title shot?
I don't think Sean has to beat anyone. I think
You think he just gets it?
Yeah, I think that was the whole sweet deal with Peter
But without being active.
I think that's what the UFC
I mean, the
wanna
only
do.
person above Sean is Marab.
Yeah.
And they're not going to do Marab versus Sean because that's insane, isn't it? That we just know that, like...
The rankings don't matter. Why are we surprised by this? They don't matter.
Because I can't see
Pereira,
Sean... Yeah.
I had the same amount of fights in the UFC as Alex Pereira
Okay.
before he got a title shot.
Fair enough. Yeah, so what do you think's next for Cejudo if he won? Do you think he'll just win and retire again?
Cejudo's spoken about this. So he has a deal with the UFC, right? An understanding. It's not necessarily contractual. But the understanding he has with the UFC is he wins.
Yeah.
Right? If he wins, he defends the belt and then he gets to go up and fight Alex. If Alex is still the champion. That's the deal he has.
Yeah.
So his free fight plan in an ideal world is he wins and then he gets to fight O'Malley because he wants the big money fight. He doesn't want to fight Marab. Right? Definitely doesn't want to do a rematch with Aljo. and then he wins that in theory,
Mm.
and then he goes and fights Volkanovski and wins that. So basically, a lot of things have to go right for Henry Cejudo to achieve that.
Yeah.
But if he does, it's astronomical. But I don't think he beats Volkanovski. It's a tough ask.
It's a tough one, but again, whoever wins this, I feel like should fight Volkanovski because it'll be sick. It'll be like the dominant one.
And Volk deserves it.
Yeah, Volk does. I mean, he already had the Islam one. He still probably will have the Islam fight again anyway.
Volk is in an amazing position in his career because he's got options in 3 different weight divisions that are all extrememily lucrative. He could go back and rematch Makachev.
Yeah.
He obviously has the Yair assignment.
Yep.
And Cejudo's down there.
Or Aljamain.
Or Aljamain. Or even Sean O'Malley if he somehow gets the belt.
Nah.
Volkanovski, has anyone been more hot after a loss?
That's true, yeah.
Think about that. Has anyone ever
Probably
had...
McGregor. After every loss, he's
This
fighting.
is not over.
Yeah, it's not over.
McGregor's the only person I've seen have his leg broken and talk like he's won.
Yeah.
Your wife is in me DMs.
Yeah. But yeah, I would like to see whoever wins this fight, Cejudo Aljo, to go fight Volkanovski. But Volkanovski's got too many options.
He's got too many assignments.
Yeah, too many.
He's out there cooking T-bone
Makachev,
steaks, chilling.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. Do you want to go through like the top 5 and say if O'Malley beats them?
That's fun.
Okay, so let's see if O'Malley beats any of the top 5. So, do you think he beats Aljamain?
He can beat Aljamain, yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. Marab?
Tougher.
Sandhagen?
He can beat Sandhagen.
He beat Jan.
Yeah.
But do you think? Yeah. Okay. Vera?
He can beat Vera.
I think he can beat him now. Yeah. Rob Font?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can beat all. That's the thing with Sean O'Malley. He can beat all of these guys, but he's also a little bit vulnerable.
Yeah.
And that's part of the excitement with him.
Yeah.
It's similar to Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Like Conor, live by the gun, die by the gun kind of thing, right? Like he's either gonna go out on his back or he's gonna win in spectacular fashion.
Okay. Cejudo's
tough for him. But then again, that's no knock on O'Malley. Cejudo's tough for anyone.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have an easy night against Cejudo.
I think O'Malley will pretty much beat most guys. It's just the wrestlers I'm worried about. And even Sandhagen's, he's mixing it up. Like Sandhagen's looking really good, man. People forgot about him. But he put it on Vera, man. He looked really good against Vera.
O'Malley is in a great position in his career. It doesn't really matter if he wins a belt.
Yeah. What else is there?
He's adopted the Chael Sonnen philosophy of just saying you're undefeated.
Yeah.
That works, by the way.
Obviously, the other big fight on the card is Belal Muhammad, Gilbert Burns, 5 rounds, co-main event. I'm looking forward to that, man. What do you think about that fight?
I didn't hear a word you said. Sorry.
The other fight on the card is Belal Muhammad versus Gilbert Burns, 5-round co-main event. Who you got?
Gilbert. Big Gilby Boo.
Okay.
I know who wanted that to be 5 rounds. Gilbert.
You think?
Yeah. Because Gilbert looked probably at his last performance against Masvidal and thought to himself, it's easy to have 3 rounders slip away from you.
Yeah. I think if Gilbert fought Wonderboy for 5 rounds, I feel like Wonderboy would have won. Because it looked like he was slipping away from him in that one.
Who?
From Gilbert.
I think the 5 rounds. I just think Gilbert is just a better fighter than Belal Muhammad.
You think?
Yeah, I think all round.
I'm going.
Where's Belal better than Gilbert?
I'm going with Belal, man.
Where's he better than Gilbert?
I just think it's his time. I think it's the time for Belal, man. I think Belal will get it done.
Afro Gilbert wins.
I think wrestling wise, I think Belal's a stronger wrestler.
What happens when they get down there?
It's true. Good point.
You're opening the gates to hell if you go in his guard.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay, striking wise, I think Gilbert's more explosive, but I think Belal's striking is quite underrated now.
Yeah, but I think Belal has to worry about Gilbert more than Gilbert has to worry about Belal, because Gilbert is so explosive.
It's very true, yeah.
And aggressive.
Yeah.
And mean.
It's true, yeah.
I love Gilbert Burns so much.
I think it's Belal's time, man. I don't have any logic behind my pick.
Because
he's Muslim.
Yeah.
Yes. Inshallah, Belal gets it done, man. I'm going to go Belal.
If Belal wins, I'll be the first dick rider to be like, told you he was going to win.
Yeah. I just think it's Bilal's time, man. I think Gilbert's had his time. I think Gilbert's time. I think he can still get a title shot one day, but I think right now Belal wants this so bad, and I just feel he's gonna get it done and get the title shot with Leon.
That video of that guy asking Gilbert Burns' wife, who Kamaru Usman has knocked out
Fucking
recently,
scum, man.
and the kid is like, Kobe, Jorge, Daddy.
Fucking, that guy's a fucking moron for doing that.
Hilarious though. I love how
yeah.
the kid just
The
took it on the
kid
chin.
doing-
Yeah.
The wife was like, "Are you serious?" The kid is like,
The
"Daddy?"
wife took it like a champ as well, though.
Yeah. But yeah, I think so. Do you think the winner of this Belal Burns fight will get the title shot as Leon, or do you still think Kobe will get it?
They're giving it to Kobe.
Do you think?
So,
But Leon doesn't want to fight Kobe.
have you heard the conspiracy theory that's going around?
No.
The UFC asked Kobe to drop charges against Jorge, and if he does,
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah,
yeah. There's that.
But Leon, they wanted Leon to fight in July, but that's a fight night now. It's not pay per view, so
They're doing it. Listen, the rankings.
it
don't
looks
mean
like
shit.
Leon's fighting in Abu Dhabi.
There's no justice in this world.
Yeah.
Belal, if he keeps winning, he'll get it when they run out of more fun options.
The thing is, because Leon's fighting in Abu Dhabi in October, and if Belal wins, I think Belal versus Leon in Abu Dhabi is better than Leon versus Kobe in Abu Dhabi. See what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that fight is bigger there. Maybe not
Yeah.
pay-per-view wise, but in
Well-
Abu Dhabi, if you have Makachev on the card, if you have Belal on the card, that's huge, man.
Well, it's a good thing the UFC don't have to worry about that because I really think Gilbert Burns is going to win this.
You
one.
think Gilbert's going to
Yeah.
win?
Yeah, I think 5 rounds suits him.
Yeah. If Gilbert wins, I don't think he's going to get the title shot.
Some people argue if there was an extra round in. Actually, no, sorry, they don't argue that because Hamzat came on strong in the last round.
But I do think the winner of this fight deserves the title shot.
Yeah,
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 they
but
deserve the title shot.
Kobe
But
does not.
even me, I'd rather see Kobe because it's more exciting. But, you know, the guy, whoever wins this deserves it.
Isn't there a stat like Kobe doesn't have a? Bring up the welterweight top 10. Who does Kobe have wins over in the top 10?
Who does Kobe have wins over in the top 10? Okay. Leon, no. Usman, no. Covington, no. Nah. Chimaev, no. Muhammad, no. Burns, no. Rachmanov, no. Wonder Boy, no. Jeff Neal, no. Sean Brady, no. Luke, maybe? No. Neil Magny, no. This is insane. But no one in the top 15.
He hasn't beaten anyone in the top 15, and you don't want to tell me these rankings matter.
Fucking hell.
His claim to fame is losing in style to Kamaru Usman.
It's true. But who did he beat? He beat Masvidal, Clout.
Yay!
Wow, great.
You beat an aging Masvidal who you've been training with for 47 years, so you know
Yeah.
what he's going to do before he even does it.
Yeah, Kobe doesn't
Come on,
deserve
man.
the title shot,
But the
but
world is not fair.
everyone wants to see the hype, the press conference, you know.
This is how the UFC works. If Lucas talks enough shit, he could
Yeah.
get a title shot.
It's true, yeah. But yeah,
Because if you jump on Twitter, start
That's
calling
all
out
shit.
like Hamzat Chimaev or something,
Yeah.
it's like, I kill Lucas, brother. I shave his ginger hair, brother.
so yeah, I think Belal versus Burns, you know. Yeah, I think the whoever wins that deserves it.
Do you smell weed?
No.
I do.
What else we got on the card? We got Movsar Evalev versus Bryce Mitchell. They're really not doing Bryce Mitchell any favors, man.
Yeah, Bryce must have upset someone.
Yeah, he pissed someone off, man.
Yeah.
Those camo shorts just
Camel
fucked everything up.
shorts.
Yeah, man.
Don't ever fight someone called Evloev. Sounds
Bro,
sounds evil.
this guy is he's been off for a while.
Yeah.
He's a fucking savage, man. I think he's unbeaten. He's really good, man. He kind of looks a bit like Khabib as well, but he's a good striker, you know. 16-0. His last win was Dan Ige. He beat Hakeem Dawodu. Beat Nick Lentz, Mike
Injury
Grundy.
issues has been a problem for that
Yeah,
guy.
his last
And
fight was
controversial.
in it wasn't too long ago, June 2022, but
Yeah, I think Evloev's probably got that.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's got that. Yeah.
And that and then him against Taporia. Why not? Let's go crazy.
Ooh, I think Taporia has a fight booked against fucking the bald guy. What's his name?
Oh, Josh Emmett.
Yeah, Josh
Yeah.
Emmett. Yeah.
Tough fight, but I think Taporia
I think Taporia will get
stops
it,
him because
Yeah.
Emmett likes to come forward with his chin a little bit high.
Yeah.
Taporia goes meh,
Yeah.
and then wins.
We got interesting. Cron Gracie's back.
Oh, he basically, you know what he did?
What did he do?
So he got beaten up by Cub Swanson in his last fight. Is that
Yeah.
right? 2019?
2019. Yeah, long
Yeah.
time
He basically has pissed off to Thailand for the last 75
to
years.
learn striking.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, I'm
so if
interested
he
to
comes
see.
back doing spin kicks and shit,
Yeah,
go on his Instagram. Let's see where he's based. If
One
you can
sec.
find it.
I was just checking Charles Jourdain. He's lost his last two, but he's
I thought
quite
they were released.
who?
Jourdain.
Nah, I don't think so. He's not bad though. He's pretty good. Like he's got good striking.
Where's Con Gracie been? Cron Gracie is a sick name, innit?
Yeah.
What a name.
Where's he been? I don't know.
What a shit Instagram.
Is shit.
He needs to hire someone, bruv. What is this shit?
I don't know.
See any Muay Thai photos?
Not really.
Okay, maybe I was wrong about that.
Were you wrong?
Might have been wrong. I could
Oh
have
wait, hold
sworn.
on. There you go. There's something there.
Ah, okay.
But yeah,
maybe
if
I
Cron
was wrong
Gracie
about
has been training in Thailand or whatever, I want to see like what that
Yeah.
looks like. That would
yeah,
be sick.
yeah. Because he's got very high level of jiu-jitsu. Obviously, his surname's Gracie.
Yeah.
How many times has a Gracie been submitted in the UFC?
I don't know.
Look it up. See if that comes up.
Fuck.
Well, Cron is one of them. He's never been submitted.
Yeah.
How
I
many
can't be asked.
How many Gracies up there? There's been 3 Gracies in the UFC.
How many times Gracie's been
Submitted in the UFC, because then they'll just give you their jiu-jitsu records.
Let's see. It doesn't come up.
No.
Yeah. So anyway, we got another fight. Like we got a fight this weekend as well. So we got Song Yadong versus Ricky Simone.
Woo! I'm going Song Yadong.
Are you?
Yeah.
I wanted to go Song Yadong, but Ricky Simone's on a tear, man, and he's
Ricky
obviously
Simone's been on a few tears in his career.
yeah.
With a few different haircuts. What haircut has he got at the moment?
I don't know.
Has he still got the mullet?
I'm not sure.
He had a mullet at one
But
point,
since
right?
losing to Rob Font, he's gone on a good run, man. 5 in a row.
5 in a row is good in the UFC.
Ray Borg, Perello.
What ranking has
Kelleher.
5 in a row got him?
Let's find out. He is ranked. He's number 10, and Song Yadong is number 8.
See what I mean about the UFC? 5 in
Yeah.
a row is 10.
Yeah,
Kobe
but that division
Covington-
is tough, though.
Kobe Covington, probably 3rd.
It's something like that, yeah.
He's not on 5 in a row.
Should we talk about Nate Diaz? Nate Diaz choked some dude out that looked like Logan Paul.
Okay, choking him out would have been good
Yeah.
because you can de-escalate the situation.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't let the guy fall on his fucking head. Put him down gently, bruv.
That was a bit aggressive, man.
Yeah, just if you're gonna choke someone out to de-escalate a situation, lay him down gently and then
Yeah.
put him on his side and then walk away.
Yeah.
Don't just fucking let him splatter his head. The
Nate-
back of his head was bleeding.
Nate is
it
really
bleeding?
like, I don't know, like, I
Or is
know
it-
he's street and he don't like back down from anything, but when you're such a big star and such a big profile, do you really want to get into shit like that at this age? Like,
It's not gonna be a good look when Jake Paul beats him up.
yeah,
And Jake Paul's gonna beat
You
him
think-
up. Yeah, of course.
okay. But they're not going to fight now, are they? It's cancelled.
Firstly, he's huge. Is it cancelled?
I mean, if he goes to jail, then probably, yeah, but I don't know.
Nate Diaz don't go to jail. I don't know what that was. Yeah.
Nate Diaz.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Nah,
No.
nah.
You do it.
Nah.
Yeah, that's how we met.
That's it. Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cabbage.
yeah. Nice little.
Lucas, you know that story?
No, I don't.
So the way I met Farhan is he done my comedy competition 1 Minute Smoke.
Oh yeah.
And then when I interviewed him after his glorious victory, he said, "I'm not surprised, motherfuckers."
It's a shout out to Nate Diaz.
Shout out to Nate Diaz. And then we had sex in the toilets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I filmed it.
Was that your
You did.
birthday as
You
well?
did.
That was your birthday,
It
right?
was on my birthday as well. He gave me birthday sex.
Um,
Happy birthday to you. It was my niece's birthday the other day. Shout out Elia. Big 1 years old.
Elia Taporia.
Yeah. Oh shit, she's got the same name as
Fucking Sergey Papalovich was looking good, man. Well, he beat the shit out of fucking Curtis Blades.
You
And
know what I
peop-
rewatched the other day?
What?
Him getting beaten up by over him.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
And then I realized that was his first fight in the UFC.
Yeah, but he's
That's-
looking good now.
That should go down as manslaughter.
He's on a good run, but people are calling for him to fight John Jones. Do you think he's got a chance against
John Jones beats him.
I think John Jones beats him, but the guy is explosive and powerful.
I know, but people act like Pavlovich is the first person that John Jones has fought that's explosive and powerful.
Do you know what would have been good though? Ngannou versus Pavlovich. That would have been.
Oh yeah, because it'd be a shootout. But Ngannou is definitely more powerful.
Yeah. People just get like recency bias in it. That's the problem.
Massive recency bias in the UFC. Do you remember when people thought Johnny Walker was the second coming of Anderson Silva and John Jones?
I think Johnny Walker could have been the greatest of all time if he didn't fucking do that worm. And
No, he
fucking...
couldn't have been
I
the
think he
greatest
could
of
have
all
been, bro.
time.
Well, we never know.
Well, yeah, so it's easy for
But
you to say that.
If you look at it back then versus now, do you see how loose he was, like throwing these flying knees out of nowhere?
He has a proper
know.
supportive girlfriend these days.
Oh, the Irish thing, yeah.
Is he still with her?
I think
he
so,
is.
maybe,
She was
yeah.
good for him.
We got Floyd Mayweather versus John Gotti 3. What the fuck?
Where would the...
John Gotti's like 90 years old.
No one wants that shit.
Anyway, one championship saying they're talking to Ngannou.
Yeah. They're giving him a final offer.
And then the Chatri guy, the guy who runs it, said he'll have a tough time in one championship.
No, he won't.
Why do these guys gas one championship so much? They're heavyweights, like...
Ngannou's going to beat the shit out of the little Asian Donnies.
They're not Asian, though. They're not Asian. They're from everywhere. They're like, there's a Indian, Canadian guy, Archibald.
There is, all right, no offense, yeah. There's no way an Indian guy's beating Ngannou.
There's like a Dutch dude as well, so yeah.
There's no way an Indian guy can beat Ngannou.
No.
I refuse.
Yeah.
No offense.
As much as I want the Indian guy to win, it's not happening. It's not happening. Fucking
This ain't looking too hot for Ngannou these days.
No, it's like no one wants him.
Yeah, it's like, hey guys, I'm finally free. All right.
Yeah, it's like it's because he showed his hand of being kind of like a shit guy to work with. So yeah, man.
Dana White's petty enough to pay other organizations not to sign Ngannou as well.
I feel like PFL should take him though. Probably
they probably have. But
do they even have heavyweights?
I think they said he wanted unrealistic money or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Was it PFL who said that? Someone said that. No, Bare Knuckle said that.
I think Ngannou should just go WWE, man. Fuck it.
Yeah, that would be a good option.
That would be good, man.
He'd be terrible on the mic, though. They'd need to get him a manager.
Paul Heyman. Skip Paul Heyman. Yeah, fuck it.
That's how you break up the tribe.
Ah.
Heyman does a U-turn.
Yeah.
And attaches himself to Ngannou. And then...
Ngannou versus Brock Lesnar in WWE as well.
Yeah.
Ngannou versus Roman Reigns.
Ah, lovely. Triple threat.
Yeah.
They'd never do a triple threat. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Can Ngannou take a bump though?
Oh, but
Who's
then
choke slamming Ngannou?
But then, do you think because now WWE's in the same organization as UFC, the same owners?
Yeah, some politics.
Over again. Thank God he's just fucked, man. But he's fighting some dude on the KSI undercard.
I love Dana White. Oh, you want to go to the WWE? We just fucking merge with them.
Yeah. Isn't that fucking awesome?
Conor wants Khabib in Russia. No, he doesn't. It'd be assassinated before the fight.
They're talking about Costa and Chimaev. These
Costa,
two are
what are you doing, bruv?
They have like the funniest Twitters ever, man. They're just
Chimaev
two fucking idiots.
grabs him, puts him over his shoulder, walks around the ring, and goes, "Who wants Brazilian, brother? brother, who wants Brazilian bullshit guy, brother?
Brazilian barbecue.
Brazilian barbecue with hummus, brother." I want to see Lucas versus Hamzat Chimaev.
Conor McGregor thinks Nate's gonna slap his head off versus Jake Paul.
No, that's not true.
It's not true.
Wait, who's gonna slap whose head off?
He said Nate Diaz is gonna beat Jake Paul.
He's not.
He's not.
He's not. He's too big. Nate Diaz is a little bit old. I'm fighting Nate Diaz soon.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a little shout.
What
It's
else
been a
we
fun
got?
quick fire.
Yeah, it is.
Should we kiss?
Nah.
Oh, sorry.
What other fights we got?
I miss my girlfriend. Should miss yours? Take that as a yes.
Just trying to think what fight announcements there has been.
Shall I sing a song?
Yeah.
I've been listening to Jimi Hendrix a lot recently. Lucas, you like Jimi Hendrix? Oh, man. It moves me, man. What a guy. What a guy. And he was 27 when he died. I'm 26.
I know.
Did you hear about, do you know the story about his two little girlfriends and how that panned out?
I don't think so.
So he died while he was hanging out with one of his girlfriends.
He died in London, didn't he?
Yeah. He was hanging out with one of his girlfriends who was like this Finnish model. But he also had another girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then the girlfriend he was
The
hanging out
legend.
with, she committed suicide in the 90s
What?
because she was losing a legal battle against Jimi Hendrix's other girlfriend.
What was the legal battle?
I'm not sure what the legal battle was about, but they got into a legal dispute, probably a will or something.
Yeah.
And she committed suicide by carbon monoxide poisoning
Oh shit.
Fuck.
in the 90s. And the other girlfriend is still alive. So I guess she won the triple threat in a way. She's the last.
Last one standing.
It is a weird thing to think about. Like think about all your closest mates, right?
Yeah.
You might be the last one alive, potentially.
I don't think so.
Really? You're not healthy enough.
No, I'm pretty healthy actually.
Yeah.
I just I don't know. I do something stupid accidentally.
If he outlives me, don't come to my hospital bed if you outlive me.
Who, me?
Yeah. Because you'll come in with your stupid little vapes, with your chubby little belly.
I'll probably be dead by then.
I hope so. I don't want you to die young. I just want you to die first.
Rockhold's fighting Mike Perry. Rockhold's fighting Mike Perry in bare knuckle boxing.
Oh, the build-up's been so much fun.
Who's you going to win?
Probably Mike Perry, you know.
I think Mike Perry will
Yeah,
win. If he beat MVP, I don't see why he can't beat Rockhold.
Luke Rockhold will probably forget that it's a boxing match and
Yeah.
probably start throwing kicks.
Yeah. Rockhold,
Being small and compact is good for bare knuckle.
Yeah.
It makes you a smaller target. You can shell up and just throw bombs.
Don't you think Rockhold just didn't expect his career to go like this?
No.
He thought he was going to be like the fucking goat of the sport.
Oh, yeah. Ralph Lauren
and then
model.
Bisping, because I hold this.
Also, he's
hook
risking his model career.
just by getting beaten. He's not looking as hot as he used to, man.
Yeah, because his face has been rearranged so many times.
Yeah, and he's receding a bit as well.
Do you reckon he's got enough money not to work again?
I hope so. I hope every UFC fight is like that.
I don't think a guy who has enough money to never work again does bare knuckle, though.
Yeah, but they pay quite a bit, don't they?
Yeah, but it's a lot.
You see the payouts for Masvidal's boxing thing?
Yeah,
it's
they
like
were-
insane, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting like 500 grand each.
Yeah.
And these are guys who get like 50K in the
That
UFC.
doesn't sound sustainable, though.
Probably not.
Because how much is that?
But
show really
Dana
make?
was saying good things about it. He's saying they run it really well and all that. So
Yeah, I mean, it's on UFC Fight Pass. UFC
Yeah.
Fight Pass is a very clever thing because
Yeah,
you can
yeah, yeah.
kind of control other organizations.
it's true. Yeah, 100%.
We should probably wrap this up now.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Right. It's time for the traditions.
Gonna go get a kebab. I'm hungry.
Make sure you like and subscribe. If you've listened this far, Lucas, what does it make you?
Insult.
What does it make you?
Very good boy.
No, it makes you an
Naughty, naughty
insult.
boy.
Naughty, naughty boy. Shout out Uma, by the way.
Don't.
Okay, we're not shouting out Uma. Thank you for listening. And remember,
Who's the wanker now?
your parents' divorce was your fault. It really was. Shame on you.